Hello, welcome to our pose a day for a 100-day practice. I thought I might like to start with some of the props that we may want to use during our pose practice. And props are really meant to help support you in your pose. They're not a cheat. They're something that helps us so that make sure that we don't get injured, to allow our body to slowly open up into a pose and support us. So some of the main props that you may be used to in a yoga class, of course, there's always a mat. Mat's handy if you have it. It just helps to give us some stickiness as we start to do maybe some standing practices or things that require a little bit more grip. Just nice to have, not required. Then there's always a nice blanket. So a firm blanket, so this one just happens to be something that's typically used in a yoga class. It might be something that you could get online from a yoga site or Amazon, but any firm blanket would work, or even a thick beach towel. So a thick beach towel, and the reason you want it to be thick is just to give you a little bit more padding when we come to our hands and knees, just for the knees if you're on a hard surface floor especially. In addition, you may be used to, in yoga class, blocks. So blocks are very nice and supportive things when we do forward folds or lunges. It just helps to give us a support, something to hold on to, give us a little bit more stability up away from the floor. It raises the floor, so if for some reason the pose just doesn't allow us to reach. So blocks are good, but if you don't have a block, things like a chair or a stool are very handy to have nearby, a low coffee table, and otherwise you could use things like, when we use blocks to support maybe between our knees, at times we could roll up a towel, maybe use a strap or some type of band around it to make it a little bit more firm. So this could be a substitute for a block. As well, maybe you have some exercise balls. Of course, we may not want to use these when we're standing or doing other things because they'll roll, but if we're using them between our knees, that could be something that could be a substitute there. Another handy item is the strap. The strap gives us support in different ways. For example, when we can't reach, we can help keep our arms nice and long and our chest open. So in this case, with this head to knee pose, I can put the strap around the ball of my foot and still keep my spine nice and long. So if, as I fold forward, I could take my hands a little wider, keep my chest open. So if I can't reach my foot, or I just want to have that support, we use this a lot when we're on our back. Straps are great. So if you don't have a yoga strap, of course you can use anything else, a scarf, a bathrobe belt, a belt, just long enough so that when you hold it, your arms can be nice and long too. So those are the props. At times I may, oh, and a chair. Chair is also handy at certain times too. So if something else comes up, I'll be sure to bring it up during our pose practice. But again, props are very helpful, very supportive. Make sure that we're not going to injure ourselves and to open our body. So I look forward to seeing you for the next 100 days, hopefully, and I'll see you again online.